Hello, hello
Hello,
everyone.
hello everyone. Hi.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. From wherever you're tuning in, thank you so much for joining us today. Very happy New Year to you all.
So happy New Year to each and every one of you. Yes.
Yes, may this year be a year of blessings and prosperity and of great harvest for whatever your dreams, your desires are. May God fulfill every desire of your heart. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. I know, um, uh, even though it's just the 2nd of January, the second day of the month of the year, but we're still here, right? Because our business never sleeps. It's on with us 24/7. Even though we are sleeping, it's just working for us on automation. So we are so grateful for that. And here we are today again. I'll just give a brief introduction about myself and then I'll pass the stage on to Sheetal. So, for those who do not know me, hi, my name is Elvira, and we are a family of three along with our son Levi. We are children of God, originally from India, but we have lived in the UAE for about 2 decades or so. And we recently moved to Canada about 16 months back. And I come with a strong background from the oil and gas field sector. And we started this online business 10 months now. And so far, we are just loving it. So that's from me. Sheetal, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Elvira. A happy New Year to each and every one of you. A blessed, prosperous, and an abundant year to each and every one of you. Thank you once again for all your love and support that you have been constantly showing us. And we are so happy to welcome you all once again to our Abundant Life Diaries episode 22. Can you imagine it's already episode 22? Thank you so much, everyone. God bless each one of you. And a bit of introduction of myself. My name is Sheetal. I'm a proud child of God. I'm a mother of three young, amazing boys, a teacher by profession. I am from India, Mumbai, and currently living in Abu Dhabi, UAE with my family. Now, I have been in the teaching profession for almost like 20 years. And from the last 4 years, I'm doing this amazing online digital business. And I proudly call myself as a teacherpreneur. I still work as an educator and do this amazing, flexible, mom friendly, professional friendly business as my plan B, and slowly building towards my plan A. And thank you, everyone. And we will not waste your time, you can say. We will quickly bring on the stage our amazing guest for tonight. And she's a very dear friend of mine. And I'll bring her on stage here. Yes. Welcome, Deepa. How are you doing?
I'm good, Chital, Elvira. Hi, how are you?
Good, good,
We are
very
good.
good.
And
Thank you
happy
so
New
much for
Year to you
acknowledging.
and your family.
So, Happy New Year for both of you and for our audience also.
Yes,
Yeah,
happy New
thank you,
Year.
thank you, thank you so much. So we will quickly, audience, and we would also like to know a little bit of introduction of yourself. So can you please introduce yourself and let our audience know who who Deepa is?
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
So, hi everyone. Maybe if Sheetal's audience, if you might know me that before we used to have online discussions about our online business. So maybe some of you might know me. So hi everyone. My name is Deepa. Actually, I'm by profession. I'm an MRI technologist, and for the past 15 years, I'm staying here in UAE. And along with my profession, for the past 2 years, I was in this online business. And right now, I quit my job, and right now I'm full time, doing this business. So yeah, I have my family here. I have my two girls and my husband here. So that's about me.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. And yeah, so we will move on. with our first question for the day. Elvira, can you please?
Sure. So, Deepa, you wear so many hats. You're an MRI tech, you're a mom of two beautiful girls, and now a digital business owner. So, what moment in your life made you say that you want more, just from my more than just your profession? What are the options?
Yeah, actually, it was not only one reason. Even though, like, I never thought that I will come into this business. First thing, I never thought that I will do any business, because for me, I know that I'm not a business or entrepreneur material. Never ever. Actually, my world was only radiology, and I was thinking that maybe I will go for the higher studies, and maybe I will and a bit more higher position in my job as manager in radiology, or as an in charge or a manager. That's it, and above or beyond that, I never thought. So, as I told, that there was multiple reasons. So one reason that I took a decision that I should have another, there is something in my life other than radiology. It was like on and on constant question from my kids, like, we want the main question was like, when is your off day and when is your morning duty? So this is the first reason. These questions were the first reason for me to look for beyond my job option. Till that time, I was thinking that my job will be like a radiographer or in charge radiographer or a radiology manager and senior radiographer. That's it. So these two questions, and the I thought my job as a medical perspective. Uh, from the childhood or from everyone, I heard this question or the statement, "Oh, you are in medical field. Your job have no threat." I was also proudful that I am in a profession where my job will not have a threat. But things were changing. It is not like before. Even medical profession stress are more, but the job security is nowadays become less. So because of the mainly these two reasons, I started looking for another option of earning something beyond my job. So, yeah, these two things. My kids' question. So, even though that is my kids, when they grow up, they became 10 years and 11 years. So, 2 years back, 3 years back itself, they started asking for, they're demanding for mother time. So, every time I started getting complaint from them, like, you are not listening what we are saying. But on kids perspective, that is very serious issue, because my mind was not focused in their small stories and their small things from the school or their small fight. My constant attention was something else, like departmental issues, some politics, and the financial. So mainly these two reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that answer, Deepa. I think over the years, this is what I feel, right? We have evolved so much that these things, which we so call like small things in life, like your children asking you those two valid questions, becomes secondary, because we keep our jobs and other professional life first and give priority, that these things, family time, becomes secondary, and we just forget that that is the main way of life. That is how it's supposed to be, actually, right?
Yeah.
I always give this like example that, if you have to do something for yourself, like you make a, as we are entering the new year, many people must have made resolutions, of going to the gym, eating healthy and stuff like that. But if you see that even those priorities, like you do it 1 day, 2 day, 1 week maximum, and then you just forget about it. And we put it, brush it aside. But If it comes to your job, you're answering your boss, your manager, come what may, you don't have an excuse of, oh, my alarm didn't ring or something like that. You know that you have to be at a certain time in your office, and you have to be there no matter what. And we by default we give that those things priority. So I can totally understand from where your kids, your girls, asked you this question. And yeah, we're so grateful for this business actually that gives us this time, right? So thank you
Yes,
so much for that answer.
thank you.
Thank you so much. We have someone join us, Anuradha. She says, "Hello, all watching live from Dubai." Thank you, Anuradha. Thank you so much
Hi,
for joining us, and
Radha.
thank you for your support. So we move on to our next question. Okay, I know you have answered a part of it. So, as an MRI tech, your job demands a lot of precision, long hours, and responsibility. What challenges pushed you to explore a digital business alongside your career?
So, yeah, as I said before, one is that the job which I thought that which is secure, which was not secure. It was not because of my productivity was low. It's not like that, but the business mind of the institution, it was different. No matter how hard or how much I work in my job, instead of I work almost 5 years plus, almost 5 years plus, but still, instead of giving us even plus 1 dirham as an increment, the institution decided to cut down 3000 AED salary. So it was like, if you want you can continue, otherwise you can move. We will get more employees with very less salary than you. So that was one thing. And another thing is that in our childhood, actually, we heard from our parents, like, learn well, uh, secure a job, and your life is done. It will be fantastic. In that way, we were programmed like that. Those, we, especially we girls, we will study well. We will just do the, you know, we will study and we will vomit that into the question paper. We will get high marks, and we will get admission in good colleges, and we will finish academically good, excellent. We will close it like that, and we will secure a job, especially ladies. Sure, we were bookworms kind of people. So, but still, even if I studied well, I got good job. And comparing my every friends in my batch in after my plus two education, I just chose a different path into radiology. Most of my friends were into engineering and medical, into the medicine field, to become a doctor or the nurse. That were the most, popular education at that time. But from them, I just diverted my path slightly and I chose radiology. And because of this is a high demanding job, and I got job in a very small age without much effort. And I got exposed to a very good specialty hospital in Ernakulam, Cochin. Those people who are from Kerala, they know that the hospital was like same like AIMS Delhi. It was like Amrita, Cochin. So they were having fantastic the top machines which we use in radiology. Especially the radiology machines are so costly, crores. So we used to get exposed to such a kind of exposure in our early career making time. So very easily I got job in UAE, and the salary was also perfect, very good salary. But as time passed, when it came to this after 20, after the corona, and all those things settled, instead of going up, the graph was going down. And I observed that our medical profession or this paramedical field also, they started settling for low quality. So that is also another thing. So yeah, the job, as I mentioned before, the salary was cut down, and I was forced to adjust myself with a low salary. And I know that my work, I worth more than that, and why it is happened to me. So that is a point I thought I should have to look something beyond, and that something should be like, it should be worth of my hours outside my medical job. So, and it should be safe. So that is why I chose thinking about possibilities in the digital world. But even though I was looking, I have no idea where I'm going. But God is great, and He drive me here.
Yeah, thank you, Deepa. That was lovely. I know that you are an amazing business mentor, and you're a great friend, and you're always there to help. Thank you so much. So, coming back to what you said is like, no matter how hard you work, your job is not secure. The day
Yeah.
that you make some mistake or something wrong goes, like, you are just thrown out of your job. It doesn't matter how long or how many years you worked or how much effort you have put in that, whatever way, whichever place you're working in. Like, it is so true. Many of us are stuck with the same salary for years and years together, and there is no increment because there is no other option. Like, we as immigrants, we feel that okay, that is coming in, at least that much is coming in. We are stuck with that mindset also. But
Yeah.
then, as you said, no, situations changes, children are growing up, needs are growing, things are getting expensive. We need to look beyond our salaries and the finances that are coming into our house. So this digital business has given me, wherein, like you, I never thought that I would be an entrepreneur. That was never in my mind. I always thought that I will retire as a teacher.
Yeah.
So, it was like a total opposite side of what I was doing and what I'm doing now. But I'm so glad. I'm so proud that no, I've come into this business and I've come to meet such wonderful people and got to learn so much from this community with my business partners, with my mentees, with my coaches, and so much to learn, from this digital business community. And thank you once again, Deepa, for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. So we move on to our next question, Elvira.
Yeah, Deepa, how has motherhood shaped your vision for income? The time, freedom, and the legacy you want to leave behind for your kids, for your girls?
Uh, Definitely, um, the motherhood only pushed me into this business.
True.
Actually, I don't know. The education that we all got, I think we three of us, we are almost all the same age, like in our 30s or in the starting of 40s. Okay. In our childhood, from any of our education system, we never got this thing, financial literacy. Never ever. So in three, I am sure that 100% sure that three of us, what we thought while we are study, okay, as I told before, study good, earn a job, marriage, or depend upon, if no marriage or there is marriage, and then go on do the job. And maybe sometime we have to change the institution where we works, and we will continue to do the same job and settle our life, retire, or as much as like 55 years, or till our health permits, we will work. And if we have grandchildren, with them, the rest of the life will be like that. So we are programmed, we are on autopilot. But the thing is that I don't know. When I got the job, when I start working, from that time onwards, if I got the financial literacy before I would have start doing investment, saving, and if I will be coming into, I will be becoming an entrepreneur, definitely. Or in our education system, if there is anything, systems or something to find out if there is, we have any entrepreneur mindset or no, or to let us, start our savings, or by putting some of our saving into any, like a stock, or even good trading, or like cryptocurrencies, or like that kind of currencies, to, we never got that kind of thing. Because of that, my motherhood, and even in my when I became mother, no, I never thought about I should have, I still thought that, yeah, my kids, I will get kids, and I will let my kids study in schools near me in UAE, any schools, and they will grow here, and maybe after some time we will settle back in India, or we will have a migration plan to, same like Elvira did, after staying here almost 20 years, or here in UAE, you moved to, same like I also put years back a migration plan to Canada and Ireland. I did almost up to my examination part there, in both these two countries. So, but when my kids grow up, in when they are small kid, they don't know how to express. We were feeling that mother guilt when we leave them at home, and when we go for work, or after the delivery, when we, after the maternity leave finish, when we go back to our work, we will have that, that mother guilt feeling. But we will, confine it within ourselves. Yeah, this is love, this is life, and this is what everybody doing. We accept that fact. But when, as the kids grow up, the nowadays the kids are not like our childhood. We will not too much, ask like this to our mamas and papas like this, but they are asking question. And she asked me, one of my off day, my two kids, I was having only one day off, and I got a on call, immediately called for a stroke patient. I have to rush. So when we are in the medical, there is something in us. We will, like, no matter whatever, our kids are alone or what. When we heard a call, or when we receive a call as an emergency, and you are a frontliner, you will rush no matter what. Our kids are alone at home. We will close them at home, and we will look at the CCTV in between, and we will go for, because for us, in our brain, there is one patient whose life is now depend upon me. My, as much as fast I can drive, I will drive and I will go there. Okay. So one fine day, I receive a call. I went for my work. Actually, I was thinking that I will be having one MRI scan. That is urgent. I will finish in half an hour and I will come back. But unfortunately, I came back after 6 hours on that day. Before, I just woke up on that day, and I didn't had my breakfast, but I left home and I came back after 6 hours. And my kids were asking, not asking, they were telling me, when I grow up, I will not become a radiographer. Um, so my kids will have time with me. My, like, they will not say mother will go like that. So she said vague this matter. She don't have that much knowledge to express this thing full. And she once, one another time, she just questioned me. You choose to become radiographer, right? That is why, and you are complaining. Why you are complaining? You don't have time. So even though she's a small kid, she asked this question, and that was really a stabbing question. So that time onwards, I started looking into it, but still I was not serious. So when we were ending, or we were landing into something problem, then only people like us will look for another option. So my kids asked me, in my mind, something triggered. I should look for another thing. I should not leave my kids. So I should have to find a job which don't have on-call duties like this. But still, I'm looking for job, not another opportunity. But the low crisis in our life, in my case, that was the 3,000 salary cut down. It just made me like, okay, this is the time I should look for something. And that hunting, it just lead me here into this business. So I have only one advice. If any one of you guys are seriously looking for opportunities or constant worries like this about your kids or job or anything constantly hunts you, don't wait for the moment that something will smash us. And from that low point, if you are looking for something, our mental state will be different, altered, we will be stressed more. In that situation, if you do some decision, the clarity will be less, you will be in a hurry worry, there is high chance you will be ending in some scam or anything. So this is real life stories that we are sharing through Cheetal and Elvira is sharing through this podcast. Maybe you people will not find any entertainment content here, but the bitter life stories are discussed here. And from these life stories, in the other end, we all of us made the other end of the stories bright for us because of our decision. So don't wait for the bad moment to come and embrace us, then take a decision. No, before that, prepare and make another pathway. Yeah.
Thank you, Deepa. Yes, I believe when your daughter said that to you, in whatever way she did, that must have hit you so hard, right? That usually we as kids, we always used to tell our parents, um, "Mom, I want to become like you one day when I grow up," or "Dad, I want to become like you." But hearing the flip side of it, saying that, when I grow up, I will not do what mommy is doing because I will want to spend more time with. So that's really heart wrenching.
That is
And
how. Yeah.
yeah, so I can really truly understand your feelings. And I totally agree of whatever, like what all you mentioned about financial literacy. This is not a subject that even till date, it's not in the curriculum of the education system, and they should rethink and look into it, because that was the way of life. Like our parents, they didn't know also, and life was so different then, right? Every generation that comes, there's a lot of new things added, like the words, especially like job security and inflation and all these things. We never heard these words before. When I was young, I never heard these words. I know, like my parents, my mom, my dad and my auntie, they were like 25, 30 plus years in one company, whether positions changed or not, but they're one company their whole life. Like they had literally signed a life contract with them, like 35, 40 years I will serve you. So these things of job security and all these things, we never heard these terms before. And also this word entrepreneur, however people want to say it, we never heard this word. And even if we did, for me as a small girl, I used to think, oh, as much as the pronunciation of that word, the spelling of the word, the weightage of the word, the length of the title of entrepreneur is enough for me to say, let it be. I don't want. Because nobody, even in our families, had gone through this line of, starting their own business, whatever it is, whether it's opening a physical shop and starting their own business, or for now, the digital, the online space, nobody ever did. And that's where all of us who are in the business, are breaking that cycle, to show not only us and our children, but to show others also, there is something out there. Like recently, I even saw one of your posts, Deepa. You mentioned that everybody wants to become rich. And that's not a bad desire. That's a very good desire, because at the end of the day, you are doing it for yourself, for your family, for the welfare of your family lifestyle as well. And we just have to understand that nobody can become rich doing a normal 9 to 5. There is
Oh,
something extra. An athlete, if he just walks every day, takes a walk around his house, he cannot become an athlete. He has to do just something extra. So even us, we just doing our 9 to 5, it won't make us rich. We have to do that extra bit, whatever that is. It will help us financially and in every other area. And for those watching us right now or later in the replay, we just want to tell you, that this business gives you that extra without any hassle, without any pressure. It's so friendly. And if you want more details, you can reach out to us, and even Deepa, you can reach out to us on our pages and just find out more about this business.
yeah.
Wow, that was nice. Nice discussion. Nice. I was just engrossed in listening to both of you. So we move on to our next question here. So many professionals hesitate to start something new out of fear or out of doubt. So what was that mindset shift that helped you move from can I do this to why not me?
Mm, if for that question, like when anything matters to our family, and we will take great decisions, because family is everything for us, for all of us. We are, our entire life, you know, it will be revolving around them. And to make this family bond strengthen, and to make them happy, and to provide them the best, for that, if a small mindset shift for me need to be happen, definitely I will do. Or a small habit change need to be happen, I will do that. Or leaving up my old self, it needs to be there, means I will do anything for my family. So same like that for me. When I was looking, I was not actually looking, as Elvira said, that this entrepreneurship or this heavy word, it was not in my dictionary at all. All what I look for, I was looking for a 3000 dirham extra, how to earn. That was I was literally looking for, not for a business, nothing. So when I introduced this business, I didn't know that I can make more than that. In my mind, maybe I will start from zero, and after after some years only I will reach that 3000, AED per month, consistent. So yeah, then when I pay the $149, as you all know that for our business, first after we watch the webinar is the introduction. After that, not like the person who introducing the business, it's not like this person will say something verbally and we will just jump into this business. Tadang, you are a business owner. No, it's not like that. For this business, every step is having its own integrity and its own transparency. So there is no verbal play or verbal show off, or I will not, or any person who introduced the business, they are not showing off their high income, or they are showing off their other colleagues who are earning, and giving them the false hope that okay, you also come into this business, we will make you millionaire. Nothing like that. Our system is, as I said, transparent. First they will introduce this business to you, and I also watch the introductory webinar. Second step is, if you really want to know what it is, you have to pay the $149 US dollar. That is a refundable fee. And take the business of opportunity and watch it by yourself. You don't need to believe any other person and his self boasting or other boasting stories or false story. There can be false stories to bring you into a system. There can be false stories. So no need to go through any of such things. Take the business system, watch it as you are in the backstage, watch it entirely, and analyze by yourself, because you are the best person to analyze that one, which will be serving for you in future, and you know what is your limitation, what is your capability. And of course, self doubt will be there, but for self doubt we have another things are there lined up, to take off the self doubt thing. So, same like that, after I watched the 149 pre-coaching video, and I got entry to the business owners community. And there I saw, I was expecting all the blazers fitted, the kind of entrepreneurs there. But whom I found there was, there are stay-at-home moms, uh, people who are doing online discussion by keeping their hair like this messy from their kitchen. And there are people who are daily working same like me. There are nurses, there are even doctors, there are engineers, and there are truck drivers. And um, from all the walks of life, I saw people in that community, and all of them were like expats. Most of them are expats, and people like me, um, whether they are Indians or Pakistanis or any nationality, they were working or living in another country to make their lives. And those people, to earn an extra income, they started doing, and they are in this community. And what all these people showing there, they were giving how they started the business and what are they now. And I find there is drastic change in their life and their life standards. And I just don't believe that what I saw. I just dig back that community. I went back because our 149 US dollar payment, we have 1 month time to explore the business. So I just literally utilize the 1 month time. I go back to all these people whom I saw in the community, and I explore it well, and I find that this is legit, this is normal people like me. And wow. So from that point exactly, I was having a little bit doubt, can I do it? And from after seeing this community, yes, I can do it. If they can do it, definitely I can do it. So yeah, so this business actually it shows us everything is so transparent, and we can decide. It will be your cup of tea, you can decide. And if you don't want, with elegance, step back. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Deepa. Thank you for sharing that. As you, one thing that really highlighted my thought was that, like our life as moms, our life actually revolves around our family, and we would want to do something that is not in our comfort zone, like
Mm,
learning some new skill at an age or something that is not of you. We will do that, we will do
yeah.
that for our family. And as you said that, no, our community is not, we are not over here to show off our skills or things like that. We all started with zero or no business skills. We learned from scratch, and as Deepa said that when she saw the community, there were people or moms like us, like hair tied up and in their pajamas, they are doing this business, showing themselves that we are all real people, we are all doing this business. You don't need to be a highly educated person. Even with the basic knowledge of English, a little bit of computer skills, you can still do this business. And as I always say that, no, some people are really scared, will I be able to do it? We all have that fear, will I be able to do it, can I do it? What now I have learned from this business is that, no, what if you can fly? So we need to flip our thought, we need to flip our mindset. So, see, as Deepa also mentioned that this business not only gives you the training to how to build your business and grow your business, this business also helps us in in our personal growth,
Yeah.
into thinking positively, how to live positively. So this is so amazing. This is an amazing business. You are getting all round development, like we always tell in the school, no, all round development of the child. So here we are also developed all over, like. So yeah, so we have someone. Wait, I'll just show here. uh, we have someone join us from Qatar.
Hi,
Hi,
hi.
She's watching. She'll go with
thank
Reshma.
you
She's
so much.
watching us from Qatar. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Reshma. So we move on to our next question. Mm, it's a fifth question, right?
Yeah.
Once again. Yeah, yeah. Elvira.
So, for working moms and healthcare professionals watching you, Deepa, today, what one message would you share to encourage them to believe that growth beyond a job is possible?
Um, this message will be like, it is good that if you have a job, it is very good. But this job, what in this time, in this time, especially in this 2026, no jobs are safe. Okay. And another thing is that our health, even though we have in healthcare especially, I'm sorry for my cat.
It's okay.
In healthcare especially, the healthcare people will be getting a little bit more salary maybe than than the other people. But the thing is that additional package we will be getting, additional stress, additional BP issues and diabetic issues and anxiety issues. And for me, it's like it's whatever kind of disorder, we will be having high earning, of all the packages which we used to get after 50 years, we will get along with their salary package in the young age. In the healthcare professionals. So yeah, that much the job is stress. And the one second, my cat needs some. Yeah. So and healthcare people, they are just thinking that there is they only can do only can they can do the healthcare related thing. Nothing more is possible for them, because they limit themselves in that they are not trained to look beyond that level. So my serious advice is, if a person can survive in a healthcare profession for more than 2 years, you can do anything, because all the healthcare professionals, you study the difficult medical terms, the medical subjects, and everything related to the technique and everything we study. And our education is really 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 tough. The medical terms are not that easy to study. So you people, you are studying this much difficult things. And the moment that you start working with your medical degree, whatever the field, if it is related to medical, you have to undergo through tough situation. You are doing management there, you are doing leadership there, you are doing many many things there indirectly. But in your mind, you are thinking that I'm only a medical person. And the people that, our seniors, or the in the hospital where you are working, the leaders or managers, they are very difficult to deal with. They're not easy. And we deal with all these people to survive in our job, to keep our job secure. And plus, and we have to manage with the patients, because the people who are working, coming into the hospital is with their lowest energy level and the lowest mood level and everything. And we are dealing with such people, and they can be arrogant with us. And we are dealing daily with such people, the patients, and they can behave badly. They will be showing their stress to us, because of course medical procedures are not that easy. and nobody likes to come to hospital. Okay, so all these things results, we daily deal with the very negative atmosphere, and daily, and you know that you choose this as a career, and every day you have to deal with not the bright faces, the dull faces, and the anxiety faces, and those who the helpless, helpless, just the some patients after you, for me also, after I finish my scan, I can see some patients after they leave the room, they will be asking me with their eyes, is there everything okay? Do you find anything in my scan? But we trained to, sometime in some case, we trained to, confine our pain inside us. And if they ask to us, we will be say, we don't know, or we can't say right now. Your doctor will say, but we find the very bad thing in that body scan, and that pain is very bad, and we medical people, we survive through all this situation. And plus, after you migrate and if you come to the another country, there also you have to find the multinationality, the um, multiple very vigorous personalities as our seniors or in charges, and we are having a literally very big battle in our day-to-day life. And if you can survive all these listed things, this business is 1 by 10th of these struggles. Even not 1 by 10th, you can do this business very easily. There is nothing more to study, same like as our medical terms. Only thing in this business, the thing I enjoy what my in my business is that, one, the main thing is the portability and the flexibility, and another thing is that my business, I'm proudly saying, it is a people business. We are connecting with the lives of the people, and as I say every time in my interviews or discussions, and we will be happy that we become a missing puzzle in somebody's life. Okay, so we are becoming a reason for somebody to smile, not immediately, maybe time being, but that feeling, it's like the same like the service that you are doing in the medical life. So definitely, for working professionals, this is an excellent opportunity. So look beyond that. Don't confine yourself only in the medical related field. You have a very good, and in our community also, there is a lot of medical professionals. Starting from doctors, there is nurses, there is other techs like me. So medicals having that kind heart, and they can connect with people, they can understand people's pain, and they can, and we are offering a solution in another way. So definitely, all the medicals, I welcome all of you to explore this business, check it out, and definitely, I know that around 100 percentage people, they can say yes to this, because when you try to understand this business from inside, not from outside. From outside, we are programmed to judge every online opportunity. We are programmed to judge and say these are something scammy. These ladies have no other work. They are just come every day for this blabbering. No, if you see me and Sheetal for 3+ years, and me almost for 2 years, means there is something in it. Yeah.
Wow, I like that the missing puzzle thing. It's so true, like as Sheetal is our mentor, Vikas is my mentor. And more than just joining a business, as you also mentioned, that this is a people business, this is a relationship business. I've seen people, so many interviews, the ones who are senior in our community, and one of them said, "We are like life coaches. We are like advisors. We are like those, people who, what's the word I'm looking for? Who
Psychologist kind of thing.
psychologists, right, exactly. We become psychologists because initially, when people come, the only reason that ties you to them or vice versa is your situation. For us, it is our past situation. For them, it is their current situation. And even though the finances, yes, it'll come, it comes for us as mentors, it comes for them as they are progressing in their business, but that kind of becomes secondary. Your motto to help people, to change lives, to bring about that smile, to bring about that confession, that testimony in their life, that I thank God for this business because it has changed my life. That cannot, nothing can satisfy you, in that statement itself. And if you hear it from your business partner, from your mentee, it's such an amazing thing. So really, I just so can resonate with what Deepa mentioned over here. And thank you so much for that, Deepa.
Thank you so much, Deepa. So I know it's taken a long time, almost 50 minutes now, but we want you to speak something in your native language for people who are still very unsure of starting their own online business, or people who are still hesitating and fearful. Can you say something in your language, please?
ഷുവർ. എല്ലാ മലയാളികൾക്കും ഈ ഈ ഒരു ലൈവായിട്ട് കാണുന്ന ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടെങ്കിലും ഈ ഒരു റീപ്ലേ കാണുന്ന ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലും, ആസ് എ മലയാളി, എൻ്റെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, ഈ ഒരു ബിസിനസ് വെച്ചാൽ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ഒരു പാക്കേജാണ്. നമുക്ക് വിത്ത് സീറോ നോളജ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ ഒരു ബിസിനസ്സിനെ ഫസ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പ്ലോർ ചെയ്യാം. ഇഫ് യു ഫീൽ ലൈക്ക് എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, അത് എല്ലാം എടുത്ത് പരിശോധിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓക്കെ ആണ് എന്ന് തോന്നിയതിന് ശേഷം മാത്രം നിങ്ങൾ ആക്ച്വലി ബിസിനസ്സിനകത്തോട്ട് വന്നാൽ മതി. അതിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ആൻഡ് സാധാരണ നമ്മൾ മലയാളീസിന് ചെയ്യാൻ ഇഷ്ടമല്ലാത്ത കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ആൾക്കാരുടെ പുറകിന് ചേസ് ചെയ്യുക. നോ നീഡ് ടു ഡു ദാറ്റ്. ആൻഡ് നമ്മൾ ആൾക്കാരെ കോൾഡ് കോൾ ചെയ്യുക, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും ഇതിനകത്തില്ല. ഭയങ്കര ഫ്ലെക്സിബിൾ ആണ് ഈ ഒരു ബിസിനസ്, ഭയങ്കര പോർട്ടബിൾ ആണ്, എവിടെ വെച്ച് വേണമെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യാം. നമുക്കൊരു പ്രഷർ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. സോ നമുക്കൊരു എക്സ്ട്രാ സ്ട്രീം ഓഫ് ഇൻകം നോക്കണം എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, നമുക്കിഷ്ടമല്ലാത്ത കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യുന്നതിനെക്കാട്ടിയും ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ എൻജോയ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മളുടെ ലൈഫ് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഈ ഒരു ബിസിനസ്സുമായിട്ട് കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റിയാണ്. സോ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി എല്ലാവർക്കും, ഇപ്പം ശീതളിനെ ആണെങ്കിലും വികാസൻ എൽവരെ ആണെങ്കിലും ഈവൻ ഞാനുമായിട്ടാണെങ്കിലും യു ക്യാൻ കണക്ട്. ആൻഡ് നമ്മളത് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻസ് എല്ലാം ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് തരാം. സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് ആൻ എക്സലൻറ്റ് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി. എല്ലാവരും വന്ന് ജസ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പ്ലോർ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കണം. എക്സ്പ്ലോർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇഫ് യു ഫീൽ ലൈക്ക് ഇറ്റ്സ് ഫിറ്റ് ഫോർ യു, യു ക്യാൻ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ഡു. സോ അത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you. Thank you, Deepa. And I believe that a lot of the Malayali people will understand all of those things. I understand a little bit. So thank you so much for taking out time and joining us for our live. And this was an amazing start to this year, starting with your story, listening to your journey, and we believe that this will bring some value into our viewers who have, many of them had joined live, and people who will be watching the replay will bring in some value into their lives. Thank you so much, Deepa. Elvira, you want to say
For
something?
the
Yeah.
audience, like, please don't make 2026 as just a 2026
Yes.
and looking forward for 2027, and nothing magically will happen in your life until you take the action for whatever it is. No, I'm not telling about this business only, but don't make 2026 as just a year. You, by your action, you can make it different, a different 2026. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
agree. You want that extra, whatever extra you are looking for, do something extra in order for you to get that extra. And
Yes.
for all those who know us and who inquired about the business, and especially for those who said, I will see, or I will join, or I will check out this business next year, this is a reminder that next year has already come.
Yes.
So
Yes.
don't waste time. Today is just the second of this month, this year. As Deepa also mentioned, when you want to get into something, if you have that clarity, you are coming with a fresh perspective. But if you come with clutter, with a lot of things in your head that you are joining or checking out this business because something bad has happened, God forbid, then you will make all wrong decisions. So come as your time is good. We believe it is good by the grace of God. Now is the time. Just come, check it out, that you all will have more time and you can make an informed decision by yourself. It's a family friendly business also. If you want to check with your spouse, your parents, or whoever it is, go do your due diligence and then get back to us. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, that's what my husband was telling. It's just only the calendar has changed. So don't
Yeah.
let that maybe take it into reality, just the change of calendar. But let that this new year bring a new change in your life. Let that all the dreams that you have for your family and for yourself, let
Absolutely.
bring that, make it happen this year. This year is a year of abundance and blessings. So let's use this year. And before we go, we have somebody join us from New Jersey. Uma, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are a
Thank you so
global
much.
business. Thank you so much. And she says, highly recommended business platform to explore. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
recommendations. Thank you so much. And we would say thank you once again to Deepa for joining us and sharing such amazing, inspiring thoughts with us. And thank you everyone for joining us to live and people who will be watching the replay. And we will be seeing you all next week again with another amazing guest, with another inspiring and amazing journey to be shared here. So stay tuned and connected. There are amazing things happening. So be there with us and join us. Take care and God bless you all and have a blessed and a happy weekend. Spend time with your family. Very precious. Take care and God bless you all.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.